All right, it's Daniel here, and guess what? We are on the journey to find love. So, friends, I just thank you so much for joining me. We are here to be a blessing to you and to help you find true love. Now, you're wondering, how are we going to do that? Well, here's a journey that we have to take together, and I keep using this word journey because it's really what it's all about. It's a process of, first of all, healing your mind and possibly even your body if there was an abusive relationship, and getting back to where you feel good about yourself again. The hardest part of a breakup is when somebody tells you they don't love you anymore, or if they show you through their actions that they don't love you anymore. That's heartbreaking. That's the hardest thing in the world to come to grips with, that this person is mean enough, whatever, or they've lost their vows, or they have fallen out of love with you, or they're just difficult, and maybe even they've cheated on you. So all of those things are heartbreaking. They're heart-wrenching. They're destructive to the bond that you thought you had with this person when you first met them. And sure, things happen over time. Maybe the relationship was on a downhill spiral and it was eventually going to happen anyways. Well, I hope that's not the case when we go into our relationships, is that we put all our hearts into it and we hope that they will succeed. So the first part is going to be getting yourself to understand that you are a good person. Just because that other person left you or did wrong against you or decided to not live with you anymore does not mean that you are a bad person. There are many, many people, men and women, who have been in relationships, given everything to those relationships, and the other person just fell out of love, made it difficult for you to live with them, or cheated. Unfaithful comes in many different flavors, and it can also be physical unfaithfulness. It could be emotional unfaithfulness. It could be just they're not putting the valued energy into your relationship to make it great. So that's going to take a toll on your heart, and you have to get to a position where you can say, I know deep down I gave my heart and soul into this relationship. And sure, no, I'm not perfect. No, I, probably could have done more in certain situations. But I think in a lot of scenarios that people are giving their best efforts in these things. And it's not always just that it was a destructive relationship and it was bound to fail. So getting back to the fact that you can rest in yourself, heal. Maybe that takes counseling. Maybe that takes talking to a friend or brothers or sisters or whoever it might be, just to be able to get back and say, hey, did you see something in my relationship with this person that was a red flag to you? Do you think I was contributing to it? That's all part of that healing process, because you certainly don't want to do the same thing twice again. So healing is going to be your first part. Healing, stay out of the thought of, even the vague thought of thinking that you want to meet somebody else, because that's just not an appropriate time. That's going to be way down the road. So what you want to do is you want to take care of your heart, your mind, your body, whether it's trying to get active again, get out, get some fresh air. That certainly helps the brain to clear. Maybe staying away from those same similar places that you used to go together, or maybe even moving to a different town. Very possible to start all over and start something new. So the key, though, is getting this thing up here, your head, straight, and then working on potentially those issues that might be deep inside your heart that are your fault, potentially contributing to that failure of that relationship. So anyways, just something to think about. Daniel here to help you on that journey to love.